Okay, so we're going to go ahead and order these decimals from least to greatest. Remember when you are ordering decimals, as long as all of the decimals are in the tenths or hundredths place, you can think of it like money, and then you can think of it like you're just putting money in order from least to greatest. If there is any digits that are in the thousands place, so if there was a 4 right here, then we can't think of it like money because there's only 2 place values when we're thinking about looking at money. So we are going to arrange these. 0 is always going to be our smallest number, so it's going to go all the way over here on the left. Then we want to look for any other whole numbers, so numbers that do not have a decimal at all. So I see a 1 and I see a 2. Everything else that I'm looking at has decimals on it. So 2 is going to be my biggest number, and 1 is going to go right in the middle of it. Now I want to look at any that have a number in front of the decimal. So this one, so all of the ones over here on the right have 0, the ones over here on the left have 0, and this one right here has 1 and 5/10. So that means that it is a whole number, but the whole number is in between 1 and 2. So since it has that number 1, we know it's bigger than 1 and it's less than 2. So we can think of this like it's the number 1.5. Now the rest of my decimals do not have anything in front of them. That means that all of the rest of them are going to be less than 1 on our number line. So the first thing we want to look at is our tens place. So our tens place is the first number after the decimal. So we can see that in 500ths, there's a 0 in front of the tens place. That means that this has to be the smallest number on our number line after 0, because that means it has no tenths to it. So think of this like it's 5 cents. Now we're going to keep going up in numbers. I see that I have 9 and 9 both in the tens place. I have a 3 and I have a 3. So my 2 that are 3 are definitely going to go down here. Now, when thinking about decimals, I remember back to when we were looking at equivalents of tens and hundredths, and I remember that 3/10ths is the same as 30 hundredths. So what I'm going to do with this number is I'm going to just put them on top of each other like this. This will show me that those two decimals are equivalent to each other. So one can't be in front of the other because they are equal. My last two numbers are 9/10ths and 97 hundredths. Now, a way that you can think of it is this 9/10ths right here. You can think of that like 90 cents. If you remember back, I said that you can always put a 0 behind a decimal and it won't change the amount that is showing. So 9/10ths is also equivalent to 90 hundredths. So we're going to put that right there. And then this one, you can think of it like 97 cents. So you have 90 cents and then 97 cents right in a row. Everything below the 1, everything over to the left is less than 1. So think of it like everything is less than $1. Everything after the 1 is going to be greater than 1. So we can think of this 1 and 5/10ths like it's $1.50. So it's going to be up here on this side. Remember when you are ordering things on a number line, if they are equivalent, to put them on top of each other, not next to show that they are equivalent.